So we have learned that what are isotonic solutions and what are hypertonic solutions and what are hypotonic solutions. And now let us see the reverse osmosis. Already we have learned that if you increase the osmotic pressure, then the osmosis can be reverted. That is called as the reverse osmosis. Then the water molecules will flow through this semi-permeable membrane and the pure water can be collected. So mostly this process is used in the desalination of water, mostly by using the sea water. Then how to get the pure water? They'll use this technique, reverse osmosis. So now students, till now we have learned the colligative properties. The colligative properties mainly depends upon the number of particles of the solute present in that particular solution. So relative lowering of vapor pressure, then elevation of boiling point, depression of freezing point, and osmotic pressure. With the help of these four colligative properties, we can find out the molar mass of solute or the molar mass of solvent. So here the elevation of boiling point is directly proportional to the molality of the solution, and the depression of freezing point is directly proportional to the molality of solution, and osmotic pressure is directly proportional to molarity of the solution. So here what we have learned is the terms that what we have learned in expressing the concentration. With the help of that one, we can also find out the, the molar mass. So now let us revise what all the things that we have learned in this chapter, that is solution. So what are solutions? So the solutions are the homogeneous mixture of two or more components, so which will maintain the uniformity. And solvent is present in the larger proportion, and the other thing that is present is called as the solute. And we have learned the types of the solutions: gaseous solutions, liquid solutions, and the solid solution. Then we have learned about the terms that are used in expressing the concentration, that is uh, mass percent, volume percent, and ppm, molarity and mole fraction and molality. And all these definitions we have to learn perfectly. Then it will be easy for you to do the problem. Then we have learned that how the solubility plays a very important role when you want to dissolve a gas in the liquid. That is Henry's law we have learned. The solubility of a gas in a liquid is directly proportional to its partial pressure. In turn, the partial pressure is directly proportional to the mole fraction. And also we have learned the Raoult's law, which gives the relationship between the partial pressure and the mole fraction. Then we have learned this colligative properties. And also we have learned what are ideal solutions which will obey the Raoult's law, and what are non-ideal solutions which do not obey the Raoult's law over the wide range of the concentrations, and isotonic solutions, the solutions which will have the same osmotic pressure. Now let us solve this problem. 45 grams of ethylene glycol C2H6O2 is mixed with 600 grams of water. Calculate the freezing point, depression, and freezing point of the solution. So here now we have learned that the depression of freezing point is directly proportional to the molality of the solution. So the molality of ethylene glycol is equal to moles of ethylene glycol divided by mass of water in kg. So now the moles of ethylene glycol. How to find out the number of moles of ethylene glycol? That is weight by the molecular weight. What is the weight of ethylene glycol given? It is 45. And what are the number of moles of ethylene glycol that were present? C2H6O2. So 12 into 2, 24, 6 into 1, that is 6, and 16 into 2, that is 32. So this comes to 62. So 62 is the molecular weight of ethylene glycol. Then that will be equal to 0.73 mole. Now mass of water in kg. So what is the mass of water? It is 600 grams. So it is in kg. So 600 by 1000 per kg, grams per kg. So this will be equal to 0.6, that is kg. Okay. Then the molality of ethylene glycol, that is equal to molality of the ethylene glycol is equal to number of moles of ethylene glycol 0.73 moles divided by the mass of water in kg, that is equal to 0.6 kg. So how much you will be getting here? That is equal to 1.2 mole per kg. So here depression of freezing point is equal to the constants. If you consider gas constants and the temperature, you will be getting 1.86 Kelvin kilogram per mole. Then into 1.2 mole per kg. So here you will be getting the answer, that is 2.2 Kelvin. The depression of freezing point is 2.2 Kelvin. So we got 2.2 Kelvin. Freezing point of the solution. What is freezing point of the solution? Freezing point of solution is equal to 2.73.15 Kelvin minus this freezing point, depression of freezing point 2.2 Kelvin. Then we'll be getting 270.954 Kelvin. So like this we have to solve the problems by using the formula. Yeah. Yeah. So you have learned how to solve the problems. That is, whenever the weight of the solute is given or the solvent is given, you can find out the molar mass by using the formulae of the elevation of boiling point and the depression of freezing point, and also you can use the osmotic pressure. Now the assignment questions for you. There are two questions. What are ideal solutions? We have learned what are ideal solutions. The solutions which obey Raoult's law over the entire range of concentrations is called as ideal solution. Then the second one, what are isotonic solutions? Solutions which will have the same osmotic pressure are called as isotonic solutions. Thank you.